Hi everyone, Dennis Foley from Acoustic Fields. Today we're going to talk about room pressure levels. Obviously, there's a lot of confusion about it, and most of you are putting too much energy in too small of a room. So let's kind of walk through the variables involved, and I think you'll get a better understanding of how to fit pressure into these small rooms. When we design a room, the first thing we look at is how much energy, what type, and how strong is it. So that's frequency and amplitude. Vocal rooms are different than live rooms with drums. Obviously, drums are a huge energy source. Vocals, not so much. So we're always looking at the frequency, how much energy is going to be, or what type of energy is going to be there, and how much. That's amplitude or strength. Okay? So we always have to take into consideration the room size, volume, and the usage, and that determines kind of an optimum pressure level that the room works well at. Larger rooms obviously work better at higher pressures. Makes sense, right? If you have a larger glass, you put more water in it. So this is very, very important. And that's why on our room forms, we ask you what pressure level you normally use the room at. If you're mixing, what pressures do you usually mix? And we find that most pressure levels are right around 85 dB SPL. That's a good average. And I think that's listening, mixing, theater. That's usually what we see on the form. And we've had thousands of room forms over the years. So our data shows that that's about average. The low side is right here, 83 to 85, somewhere in that range. So if you want to find out what pressure level you have in your room, just take a pressure meter, dB meter. You can see one pictured here. Easy, download app. I think they're $1 from the App Store. And just put it on your phone and leave it as you're listening to music or mixing or whatever you're doing. You'll be able to see the average. They have minimums and maximum and all kinds of fancy features and benefits. But the goal is to determine, what the average pressure level is you use the room at. And that pressure level is going to tell us what kind of room treatment we're going to need, how much low frequency management we're going to need. Are we going to be able to use diffusion? What are we doing? If we have a small room, high pressure, we need a lot of low frequency management. So it's very, very critical that we look at all these variables. Usage, remember I'm always harping on usage, room size and volume. Same thing, nothing changes. Physics is physics. The bottom line, we want to make sure that what we're trying to do in the room will fit. Most times it won't. 95% of the time it won't. But with treatment, we can get that down to a nice ratio. So we have to see how it all fits together. There's a big difference between 75 dB SPL and 85 dB. 10 dB SPL is huge. It's exponential, I guess would be the word, because 10 dB is a lot of energy. And you have to realize that a lot of energy in a small room is not going to be compatible with almost any usage. So dimensions are very, very important. That's why on the room form, we always ask you for the width, height, and the length, because I got to know how big the container is. I got to know what you're doing inside the container, and then that'll tell me how much treatment we need. So room pressure level, take it yourself, figure out what you're doing in the room, and we can go from there in terms of design. Hope this helps. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. We also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, so please do that because we offer special price discounts to only those on our newsletter. And then don't forget about our forum. We have started a forum on our own website where people ask questions, and I usually get a chance every couple days to look at it. There's an interchange between people on the forum, and we'll give you real answers on a regular basis, so that'll help you. Thank you.